We're still up on the tripod. Bruce Trail, south, north, Craigleith, Mono, Milton, Queenston, where we started from, 455 kilometers, Flesherton, Owen Sound, 167, Wyerton, 256, Tobermory, where we're going, 415. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 19 on the Bruce Trail. Are those numbers accurate? You know what? I don't know. Often I find the signs are not accurate compared to the app or the maps for the Bruce Trail. Rain day this morning, heavy rain, but we were lucky. I did a 4 o'clock wake up, 5 o'clock on trail, and just as I was putting the last items in my pack, my tent was folded and put away. The rain came. The view this morning, whew, cloudy, kind of misty, but we can see across the Beaver Valley. We'll be crossing the other side of this valley, in the next day or two. We'll be coming up northbound on the far side, the west side, the side you see ahead of you. Ooh, I found, whoops, sorry about that, found a nice little bench to take a break. We've been hiking since, about 5 o'clock this morning. It's got to be 7:30. 8-ish right now. Just came past the McCluskey's Rock Gap, which was quite interesting. Yeah, welcome to day 19, rain day on the Bruce Trail. Well, we got into the rain now. We have lightning, we have thunder. Whew. And to top it all off, I lost my cap again. I'm going to tell you something. One day I will learn not to put my cap on my hip belt, because when I undo my hip belt, the cap falls off. And I have no idea that it did. And, oh well. So, right now is exactly when I need my cap, because that's what it's for. The peak keeps the rain off your hair, off your face. Luckily, I have a small peak on my Z-Pax Virtus raincoat that I'm wearing. I've got my hood cinched down tight. So, it's not as good as my peak of my cap, but it certainly helps. Okay, we are starting now. After crossing through the McCluskey's Rock, there's a sign for Old Baldy Conservation Area Access Point. The Bruce goes down this hill, makes a left turn along a highway. I'm not sure if that's 13, which is right in the base, if you will, of the Beaver Valley, through the community of Kimberley. By the way, there is a bake shop, coffee shop in Kimberley. There's also a restaurant right next to it in Kimberley. I know the restaurant, because I googled it, opens at 11:30. I'm going to be there about 9:30, so I missed the restaurant. I don't know what time the bake shop opens. It's a rainy Sunday. They're probably not in a rush. but it would be nice to have a nice hot cup of coffee there. Temperature's not particularly cold. I'm going to say it's around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, maybe. I don't know if it's that high, but anyhow. Little update of the morning and how it goes. When I get to the Kimberley Bake Shop, I will have done about 15 kilometers this morning so far. So about half of what I liked, what I'm going to call my daily minimum now for this particular hike, which is 30 kilometers a day as a minimum. Although some days are less, that's for sure, but some days are a little over, so that's okay. So that's fine. We'll just see how this rain progresses throughout the day. If the bake shop in Kimberley is closed, so be it. Another 12 or so kilometers down the trail from there, I go past, it's called rather Top of the Rock or Tip of the Rock, Eugenia. I just come off trail just a short distance, and that's also a good resupply point. They have a deli, bake shop, coffee. They are open today, and they close at 7:30 tonight, I think. Well, they opened at 7:30 this morning. However, they will be open. So I'll get a nice break there, maybe pack out a sandwich or whatever. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Right now, we're descending into the community of Kimberley, although I've got to check something because I just don't recall this area. I may have gone wrong. I better check something. Okay. No, we're good. There's a blaze right there, right to the left of me on that tree. So we are golden. Okay. Let's just head down into the community of Kimberley, shall we? And carry on from there. Grade 13. Kimberley. We are entering the Sunday morning sleepy community of Kimberley in the Beaver Valley. Wow. It's a beautiful location through here. The Beaver Valley really is beautiful. And in the fall, it's a photographer's paradise. It really is. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the sign right there says Kimberley in the heart of the Beaver Valley. Yes, it is. I don't know if the bake shop, coffee shop is going to be open. I'm really doubting it. It would be nice if it was. Ready for a coffee break anyhow, especially after those thunderstorms and stuff. But I'm feeling just fine. Oh well, let us go and see. Either way, we walk down this highway for a little ways. Once we get to the other side of this little community, we make a left turn into the forest, single file trail, and we are going to climb to the summit of Old Baldy. One thing I noticed about Old Baldy, every time I've been there, I've never seen a view. Never. Anyhow, we'll see. Let's go. So I made it to the bake shop. Well, it's actually called the Kimberley General Store. And it opens at 10. There's a sign there. I got here about 10 after 9, quarter after 9. And I thought, you know what, it's raining. It's still raining right now. So I thought I'll sit here because they have a covered porch. And I'll probably just wait till 10 o'clock when they open, get myself a coffee and a treat, enjoy that, and then carry on down the trail. So I guess I get an extended morning break, but it's a reprieve from a little bit of the rain. Checking the weather, it looks like the rain's going to be on and off for the next few days. Sometimes sunshine, sometimes cloud, sometimes rain, sometimes cloud, sometimes sunshine, sometimes rain. We'll see. A little bit of a mixed bag of cookies between here and Owen Sound for sure. So we just got to make the best of that. Nothing we can do about it, but we got to keep moving forward. But right now we're going to enjoy a break, and maybe they'll open a little bit early. I don't know. but I am going to get a coffee and maybe a baked good and then carry on across Old Baldy to Eugenia. That's the plan. Yeah, and we're about 15.5 kilometers in so far for the day, so it's okay. Oh, very good coffee. So I'm glad I waited. They opened at 20 to 10. It's quarter to 10 now, and I got myself a coffee, which is good, and an apple kind of, I don't know, is it like, what do you call that? An apple pie, an apple dumpling? I don't know. They got lots of good stuff here. And also right next door, right there, is Justin's Oven. Both locations, I believe, are owned by the same people, the same family. I know Justin's Oven is amazing. It's got an excellent reputation. The general store, Kimberly General Store, also has an excellent reputation. Must stop places when you're here. You definitely must pop in. The coffee is amazing. Okay, let's take a taste of this and see. Yeah, amazing. There's nothing like a quality, and I mean quality, coffee on a rainy day. Well, anytime really. I love my coffee. The apple dumpling pie, whatever you want to call it, was excellent. Yeah, Kimberly General Store. Man, love that little place. Anyhow, oh, and speaking of coffee, just a couple of days, oh, well, whilst I was on my 000 at home, a good friend of the family, Wendy, she gave us a, she gave me a coffee machine, but it's a, oh, they sell apples there. It's a, like, an espresso machine with like a frother, you know, one of the ones that froth. It's a nice one. Let's see if we could cross over here, I think, because I have to make a left turn up here into the forest. Anyhow, so as I was saying, and I'd been looking and thinking of buying one, but they can be quite expensive. And anyhow, she had one that she just doesn't use, and she gave it to me, so I took it home. And it had been in her cupboard for a long time, so it was dusty, and I cleaned it up and went and got some quality coffee, already ground. It was in a golden pack, and it's called something de oro. I'm not sure what the first part was, but anyhow, it was good quality. So it took me a try or two just to get the hang of it, because there was no manual and there was no name on it, so I couldn't kind of Google it or go on YouTube and see. So anyhow, after a couple of attempts, I was a pro. And that thing makes excellent latte. Oh, yeah. Latte, cappuccino, Americano, macchiato. It makes excellent coffees. And I love my coffee, so I am delighted. So just up here, oh, we can have a look. This road, by the way, Gray 13, I think it's called, can be quite a busy little road. There's a lot of tourists come through here, especially very soon, well, all year round, but with the fall colors starting pretty soon, there'll be a lot on a weekend, a lot of tourists. But right up here, there's a left turn blaze on this little tree, and that is where we enter back onto the single file trail and begin the climb, which is a strenuous climb up Old Baldy. But after that coffee and the apple dumpling, well, I am feeling just ready to go. We got a reprieve. Let's look behind us, look. Brightening a little bit, look, in the sky right now. But it's supposed to do that. As I say, it's going to be some rain, some cloud, some sun. Some rain, some sun, some cloud, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so right now it's just cloud, no rain. So let's just make the best of it. Well, we reached the summit of Old Baldy, which isn't an actual bald, by the way. I just thought I'd mention that for those hikers that know the difference. Anyhow, it's not an actual bald, it's just called Old Baldy. Not a good climb, but maybe from the grey 13 to the top, maybe 15-20 minutes most. That's it. Rugged, but not too big really, not too far, not too long of a distance. Now we're on the old farm road, logging road, whatever road, after we made the left turn at the famous bench back there. And we're now, I believe, going to work our way back to grade 13, just a little further along the road, and from there I think it's a left turn. Not sure exactly how the trail goes, but we're heading towards Eugenia as our next kind of port of call, if you will, today. Eugenia, and rather top of the rock or tip of the rock country store, and so on. Another coffee break there. That's nice. We talked about earlier, way back in the Niagara section or Iroquois section, we talked about the facilities along the Bruce, and I'd said that quite often you go past places such as Tim Hortons, Super Burger, A&W burger shops, Harvey's, McDonald's, country stores, and so on, just like the one in Kimberley where we were just at, and just like the one in Eugenia where we will be at. So today we actually have two of those little break stores, which is nice. And then I don't think we have anything until Owen Sound after that, as far as little kind of areas. Of course, Owen Sound's a resupply town anyhow. Okay, soggy, wet, but still a reprieve from the rain. We'll take that. The trail blaze right there on the tree. And this is the old farm road, the old logging road, whatever it was. Farm road, I guess. Oh, I think something just crossed the road. I wasn't really looking at it, but was it a fox? Don't know. But something just crossed ahead. I only caught a glimpse of it, so I just don't know what it was. Probably a fox, maybe. From what I saw of it, it could have been a fox. Anyhow, let's just keep pushing forward here on day 19. Probably around, I don't know, 17 or so kilometers in now for the day. 17 and a half maybe, hard to say. But anyhow, we are pushing along just fine. So I just made my turn off the trail in the forest. So I'm actually off trail right now. I'm on North Street in Eugenia, heading towards the deli / grocery store, which is just to my right here. In fact, you can see it through the trees. Just the red roof and so on. And also, see the blue sky, sun shining. Oh yeah! There's nothing like a little sunshine in a person's life, especially a thru hiker's life, to make the day that much brighter. Wow, a little bit of an update. So today's Sunday, and I'm in Eugenia. I made my booking in Owen Sound for a motel, the Wyndham. No, that's not right. The Travel Lodge by Wyndham. That's it. For Friday. So it's called Top of the Rock. Not top of the hill, but top of the rock. The sign is open, there's cars here. Whew, a little windy by the way when I turned that corner. But hey, we're gonna go in, get some coffee, take a break, buy a couple of things. Life is good, yeah. back on trail after about a 30-minute or so break at Top of the Rock in Eugenia. Next port of call, next thing we'll see, should be Eugenia Falls, I believe. So, had a nice 30-minute break, had coffee, I had 2 sausage rolls. There was a blaze with a left turn on it, and a small kind of, they have hot food, so the sausage rolls were hot, and a small hot container of macaroni and cheese. I packed out of there 4 date turnovers, just small little things. A nice, beautiful, fresh, large apple. Fruit is really hard to get at times, and one of the problems with fruit is it's so heavy. So when you can grab it, you grab 1 or 2 pieces, and quite often you eat them that same day. But anyhow, I got some of the Sun Harvest chips. That's the cheddar cheese kind of whole wheat harvest chip, baked. Got the package of those. And I got one of the boxes of the instant mashed potatoes, and I did that because even though I've got mashed potatoes right now, in my resupply that will come on Tuesday, I neglected to put potato in there. So I picked up here because it's the only chance I'll get, and that will then get me with what I've got and what I picked up. That will get me to Owen Sound. Yeah, so that is that. So we're back on trail, heading towards Eugenia Falls. Oh, and I did buy a 4-liter jug of water for like $1.99. And I did that, filled up my bottles, my camp water for tonight and for breakfast. So that way I don't have to concern myself now, even though we're going past Eugenia and very possibly Hogs Falls, I don't know if I'll get that far or not. So there are water sources, but this way I don't have to worry about it. I've got the water, so when I want to stop, I'm good to go. Okay, speaking of good to go, let's get going. A very interesting piece of history right there. How old can that be? I have no idea. Huh. What was it like when it was first built? What was going on here when that was first built? I don't know. I don't know at all. Eugenia Falls. Wow. Look at the valley below. Oh my goodness. Right now, we're about 32.5 kilometers in for the day. A little over 20 miles now. So that is a very good solid day. We're carrying camp water. It's pushing 5 o'clock. So the next available spot I find, I'm gonna make that home. Now to my right, I see some pine forest. That would be okay. I like pine forests. I certainly do. It looks like we might be coming into some little bit of grassy area. For the last few kilometers we've been in really thick, dense forest, just not at all suitable to set up a shelter or a tent for the night. But right now, look, take a look, see. We're coming into more open area. In fact, right through there, it's right through there, there's actually a perfect little camp spot right on the side of the trail. Let me just see what's down around the corner. just wondering if I should go back and grab that little spot that I saw. It was the first one I'd seen for quite a while. Most of the time, within a kilometer or two, you see a spot that's suitable. But sometimes you get in that real dense kind of forest where there's just nothing for a good few kilometers. But it's not often. Most of the time, you're just fine. And right here, we got some nice, actually right there, look. Right there. That in itself right there is a beautiful little camp spot. And you just go a little further. Oh, there's a fence here. But there's a perfect little camp spot right there. And it's got a fence on this side of me. Well, that's okay. This is a beautiful little camp spot. Another little camp spot right there. Okay. Well, and the trail makes a right turn here. Let's just see what else. Oh yeah, right there. Another nice camp spot. So you know what? There's a lot right here. And I think, rather than pushing any further, because I'm tired, I'm old, I'm 80, I'm just going to see what's around this bend. Because you just never know when you see a Tim Hortons and a Holiday Inn. Just right around the bend here. Yeah. But lots of spots right behind me there. And another spot right there, look. That's even nicer. That's a nice little spot right in there. Right down there. Also to my right. Go just a little bit more and then that's it. We'll make a decision. You know, one of the problems is when you're a Virgo like I am, August 25th, it's really hard to make a decision when you have two or more choices. Quite often I wish I had one choice. And if I had one choice, the decision is pretty damned easy. But when you got more than one choice, well, it just becomes hard. Okay, let's just take a peek. The trail for morning, bright and early, but that's not yet. Oh no. First is a nice cup of hot chocolate. Oh yeah. And here's my camp for the night, just off trail, nestled in the pines. Oh yeah. I got a couple of things still drying from the rains today, my rain gear. Just so it's nice and dry. Beautiful little spot, quiet in here, peaceful. Oh yeah. Okay, so a little bit of an update on planning. Now, as I've said many times, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, but there does have to be a certain amount of planning. I like to be kind of a little bit footloose and fancy free, if you will. However, vlogging, I need electricity. I need to charge my battery banks. I need to charge my batteries. I need to do that on a relatively regular basis, 5 to 7 or 8 days. And then there's other logistics involved. I'll give you some examples. Right now, I am, I think, 48 kilometers away from where I meet Joanne on Tuesday with my resupply box. Today is Sunday. So tomorrow, if I do, say, 30, 32 kilometers, that will leave 18, 16 kilometers on the Tuesday to meet Joanne. And hopefully I can do that, get that done by, say, lunchtime and carry on trail. From where I am right now, I have 142 kilometers to Owen Sound. Now, again, today being Sunday, my plan is to arrive in Owen Sound on Friday, probably early afternoon. That is my plan. That depends on so many things, such as weather and conditions and so on. So I have gone ahead and booked at the Travel Lodge in Owen Sound for Friday night. That was $98 with the tax. That's my next opportunity to take a bath, resupply. After I meet with Joanne, that's my next opportunity to resupply for my push north into the Bruce Peninsula. And charge all my battery banks. After that, every 3 days, I'm going to pass a community, but not all communities are the same. 3 days later, so if I'm there Friday, leave Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I will pass through Wyerton. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will pass through Lion's Head. So 6 days to Lion's Head. So that would be a good spot for my next kind of motel, bath, charge battery banks and laundry and so on. Oh, excuse me. However, Lion's Head is ridiculously expensive. So I elected to do that 3 days after Owen Sound in Wyerton. So I've made a booking there for the Monday evening, which is the 26th of September, only 3 days after I've left Owen Sound. The reason is price of rooms and so on. And from Wyerton, I have a 6-day push to Tobermory, which would get me there on the Sunday. I think that's the 2nd of October. And that would be a 33-day through hike of the Bruce Trail. And that would include the 2 zeros, the double zeros that I took at home. That would include those. So 33 days would be my shortest time yet. Up to now, it's been 34, but if I stick to the plan that I've just laid out, it would be 33. So there you go. Now you know the rest of the story. So there has to be a certain amount of plan. Secondly, in the Bruce Peninsula, sometimes getting a room, if you don't book a week or whatever ahead of time, you ain't getting one, especially as fall approaches. Anytime summertime. And of course, before the kids went back to school, it was nuts. But it's still quite busy up there. So, again, booking my 2 hotel rooms. Oh, booking my 2 hotel rooms, Owen Sound isn't as difficult. And that was $98 with the tax. And the one in Wyerton was the Spirit Rock Motel and Outfitters. And there I paid I think it was $115 or $120 with tax. So a little more expensive as you push north into the Bruce Peninsula for sure. Wyerton would be about $175, so a big difference. Another $50, $60, $70 anyhow over Wyerton at Lion's Head. Okay, that's about it. I'll probably have some hot chocolate, but maybe in a bit. I'm going to relax first. And it wasn't that long ago, a couple hours ago, I had the macaroni and cheese and the sausage rolls at Top of the Rock. So I'm not going to have a big dinner. I can't stop doing it. Oh. Yeah. I'm going to talk to you guys in the morning. Have a good night.